This video was reportedly captured by vacationers in Otter Blue Ridge, Georgia, and was submitted to Legends Beware on July 12, 2013. Right from the start, an alleged Sasquatch can be seen crossing the road and disappearing into the woods. The man recording then shouts, "Get in the house! Get in the house!" apparently directing someone standing behind him, before he runs toward the Bigfoot and spots it several times. Take a look.
Get in the house! Get in the house!
Now, let's watch it again, this time with enhancements. One common comment reads, "I see a lot of people on here saying it's obviously a guy in a costume. Personally, I didn't see anything to prove or disprove whether it was or wasn't a Bigfoot. I didn't spot any sympathy buttons. Did anyone else?" Meanwhile, another viewer remarked, "That grunt sound was very low frequency and very powerful, hard to fake." Many others, however, believe it's a man in a costume, pointing out that the Bigfoot appears to be roughly human-sized. They also suggest that the footstep sounds could have been added in post-production. Still, if it is a costume, it certainly seems to be quite a large one. One commenter did note that people often forget that Sasquatches, like humans, go through infancy, childhood, adolescence, and normal stages of growth, so this could simply be a younger, smaller Bigfoot. Others have pointed out that the camera shakes considerably, raising the question, was that due to nervousness, or was it an attempt to obscure details that might reveal a costume? In 2014, a family was recording a cheerful Christmas video when, right after exchanging Merry Christmas greetings, the woman behind the camera panned past the tree, and a dark shape suddenly appeared outside in the woods. A few family members noticed it immediately, prompting the woman to step outside and investigate, hoping to capture the figure on camera again. She asked another person who had been recording if he had seen it, but he replied that he hadn't. She commented that the figure was very large. Soon after, the family dog began barking at the supposed Bigfoot, clearly frightened by whatever, or whoever, was out there. The situation became more unnerving as the figure moved dangerously closer, ultimately leading them to decide to retreat indoors.
Say Merry Christmas, everyone!
Merry Christmas!
The tree?
What was that?
Oh my god. Did you see that? Oh.
Oh, here goes.
Oh no.
Oh, that's scared of him. Rap! You stay here, Rap! You stay here! Oh, there it is, right over there.
Oh my god. Oh my god. We better get back inside, guys.
Yeah.
I will do my best to enhance the footage at all critical moments, in the hope of providing a clearer view of the alleged Bigfoot. Some critics argue that the woman's reaction hints at the footage being staged, but it's worth noting that people react differently in such situations. While some may panic, others might stay composed as their mind tries to process the unexpected. The dog's behavior is also unusual, and some believe it would be extremely difficult to train a dog to act in that manner. However, the dog's response may not be definitive proof. It's possible that the figure was simply a person in a costume. Many also question the video's authenticity because the timing seems too convenient. Capturing a Bigfoot on camera just as the recording starts feels overly coincidental. Ultimately, it appears that opinions are fairly divided, with nearly as many believers as skeptics regarding the video. This footage, captured by Robert Dodson, supposedly shows a clear Sasquatch head hidden somewhere in the woods. At the start of the video, he films a cage and mentions that he placed tomatoes inside as bait, though none had been taken so far. Then, roughly 2 minutes and 40 seconds into the clip, something becomes visible within the forest. Take a look and see if you can spot anything unusual.
Now, I'm walking through there and I can see your camera 200 feet off, long before I get in that 50-foot trip range. And just the most you can hope for.
While some viewers argue that it's merely a dark tree in the background, with light reflecting off leaves to create the illusion of a face staring directly at us, others insist that this is compelling evidence of a Sasquatch caught on camera.
In this video, an alleged Bigfoot is spotted shaking a tree within a Florida wildlife preserve. According to Sasquatch Academy, the creature may have been stripping bark to feed on grubs and insects hiding beneath it, a behavior they claim to have observed elsewhere in the park, pointing to several trees with bark removed up to roughly 8 or 9 feet high. Take a look for yourself. Viewers have raised questions about why the footage ends so abruptly and why it appears unsteady. The shakiness is most likely due to the cameraman needing to zoom in heavily to get a clear shot of the subject. If it were someone in a costume, that person would have to be exceptionally strong to shake a tree of that size.
Some viewers have also pointed to the creature's notably long arms as a possible sign of authenticity. It's unsettling to see how easily the tree is bent, though it remains plausible that a particularly strong individual in a suit could be behind it. Others argue that the creature's gait looks too human to be a genuine Sasquatch. Unfortunately, no background information is available about who recorded the footage or what circumstances led to its capture. So for now, we can only analyze the video as it is. Famous explorer Eric Shipton, known for conquering many of the world's most inaccessible mountain peaks, told his own story about Bigfoot, or rather, about his supposed close relative, Yeti. In 1951, Eric climbed Mount Everest, and while passing the slopes of Menlungsi Peak at an altitude of nearly 19,000 feet above sea level, he claimed to have stumbled upon a Bigfoot footprint, 13 inches long in the snow, unmistakably similar to the footprint of a large monkey. He even took several pictures with his pickaxe to demonstrate the gigantic size of the prints. Apparently, the trail stretched for about a mile when they disappeared. Shipton was not lucky enough to see this creature with his own eyes during his journey through thick snow and rocks, but these strange traces of a humanoid beast have attracted the attention of the cryptozoology community for many years. Just try to imagine a Yeti living on an uninhabited Mount Everest.
This may be the most divisive video on the list. A woman began recording while out driving at night with her husband after they struck something on the road. Believing it might have been a deer, they reversed to check that it wasn't a dog or a person, when suddenly, a large creature started charging toward them. Take a look at the original footage.
Hit something.
hope it didn't hurt the car. Some more. Is that it right there? There it is. Oh my gosh, come
Now, I'll enhance the clip, as well as zoom in and slow it down for a closer look. What many point to as evidence of fabrication is the sheer convenience of the sighting. How is it that they just happened to start recording and randomly captured it on camera? Still, that same criticism could honestly be leveled at almost any unusual event caught on film by sheer luck.
Skeptics also note that the creature runs like a human, but believers counter by asking how skeptics know how Bigfoot runs. Is there a written reference for its gait? They also emphasize the massive size of the figure, whether it's a man in a costume, a creature, or something else entirely. Some have pointed out that its arms appear longer than those of a typical human. Regardless of what you believe, this remains the video on the list that draws the most skepticism. This video documents a Bigfoot sighting in Provo Canyon, in which the alleged creature is seen hurling a rock at the cameraman.
What the?
Many viewers have drawn attention to the figure's enormous size and notably long arms. What makes this particularly puzzling is that, if it were someone in a costume, it's hard to imagine how they could throw a rock effectively while wearing such extended arm prosthetics. Even with artificial limb extensions, gripping and tossing a rock with any accuracy would be extremely difficult without using one's actual hands. Let's take another look at the footage now, and I'll apply my own enhancements in hopes of offering clearer insight into this encounter. Although skeptics have yet to offer a solid explanation for how the rock could have been thrown with arm extensions, they maintain that the footage could still depict a costume, which is certainly a possibility. This video was captured near the site of another well-known Bigfoot recording, the Provo Canyon Bigfoot encounter, which has drawn millions of views. However, the footage I showed earlier has made a stronger impression on viewers than the more mainstream one. Does that mean it shows a real Sasquatch? I'm not claiming that it does, but it is certainly more compelling than most.
The Hickory Bigfoot sighting. In August 2019, Hickory resident and Bigfoot hunter Doug Teague filmed what he claims was one of the clearest videos of a North Carolina Bigfoot ever seen. Doug was walking his dog, a Crazy Daisy, through woods just outside of the city. He was checking some trail cams when he heard a loud knocking sound in the distance. As he got closer, he spotted an unrecognizable creature on top of a ridge and started to record it. He then followed the huge creature's footprints and took casts of them. Take a look.
He's still up here. Or something's up here. He's moving. He's moving, he's moving, he's moving. Daisy, come here. Daisy, come here. I want to do a quick little video here. Me and Crazy Daisy has followed these tracks. This is the best one of them. I'm going to try to cast it. Stepped on a limb. And it goes. Let's see. Here's one. Right here. Let's see. Just on another one. Right here. You can see a little bit where it's smashed. See the toes. There's toes.
Doug claims as he approached the creature, it started throwing stones at them. Not something a bear or any other animal would do. Later, the footprint casts were looked at by an anthropologist who thought that the prints belonged to a creature around 15 feet tall. Other experts agreed the footprints looked genuine. So, what do you think Doug saw? Could it really be a Bigfoot, or just another elaborate hoax? Bigfoot sighting in San Gabriel, California. In 2020, a hiker in the San Gabriel Wilderness in California pulled out his camera to record the stunning landscape, but as he pans around, he spots something in the trees below and zooms in. The large creature appears to be about 10 to 15 feet, although strangely, it doesn't appear to move. The area is not usually known for Bigfoot sightings. However, in 2018, a woman walking in the San Bernardino Mountains, located near 70 miles east of San Gabriel, claims she also spotted a Sasquatch up in a tree. Here she is speaking on her experience.
20 feet behind me, and as I turn around, I'm looking straight, and I see the creature on that tree. So what I do is I continue walking closer to try to tell myself, am I seeing a shadow, a tree scrum? At that point, I see his head turn, so I know that I'm not looking at a shadow. And this is where I stop, and this is where everything pretty much happened. This is where my daughter videotaped from your angle.
I swear to God. Mom?
I see it. Is it by the tree?
Yeah.
On the shoulder?
Yeah.
Whoop. I want to go home now. Did it move?
Could they be the same creature, or is there a more plausible explanation? What do you think?